Windows 8 uptime not resetting after restart or shutdown. Memory continuously rises, probably because of various applications that I run including Chrome, and it starts to choke out Windows, so I try to reboot it after 3 to 4 days at the most. When I am in the task manager after a complete cycle, shutdown and startup, it shows 5 days, 7 hours, 30 minutes and some seconds. Also, memory is at 2.9 GB after a restart. Is this normal? What kind of issues is this going to cause, other than I can't tell exactly how long it has been between cycles, restarts? How can I fix this issue? I am running Windows 8.1 Pro. I have been trying for about 30 minutes to search Google for this issue and possible solutions, but uptime is quite the ambiguous word.
This seems to be connected to what Lightbulb said. In this thread, the second post mentions this happens because you have the new shutdown/boot mechanism from Windows 8, which is basically a log-off plus hibernation. Sick. He also links this MSDN blog, where I found the following. Of course, there are times where you may want to perform a complete shutdown, for example, if you're opening the system to add or change some hardware. We have an option in the UI to revert back to the Windows 7 shutdown/cold boot behavior, or since that's likely a fairly infrequent thing, you can use the new /full switch on shutdown.exe. From a CMD prompt, run shutdown/s/full/t0 to invoke an immediate full shutdown. Also, choosing restart from the UI will do a full shutdown, followed by a cold boot, highlight by me. Summary. Shutdown does not reset the CPU cycle. If you want to reset the CPU cycle, and thus uptime, use the restart option or run shutdown/s/full instead. Daniel B has provided yet another alternative. When shutting down via UI, press Shift when you click. When using that trick with restart, you get the Advanced Startup Options screen.
At Foggle612's answer is correct. The reason your uptime doesn't reset is because of Windows 8's new hybrid boot feature. You can disable the feature, if you like. There is little reason to keep it enabled on a system with SSD, unless your SSD happens to be really slow for whatever reason. Go to Power Options, type Power Options on the Start screen, Click on Choose what the power buttons do on the left side of the window. Click on the blue link, Change settings that are currently unavailable. This allows you to change the settings. Uncheck Turn on Fast Startup, recommended, to disable hybrid boot. Don't forget to save changes. The reason the option is marked as recommended is because it helps boot your PC faster. Windows 8 boots a lot faster on HDDs with this option enabled, but the difference is mostly negligible on SSDs.
This CPU uptime not reporting correctly is a Microsoft-generated problem. I'm not sure why MS thought it was a good idea to mess with how the kernel loads into RAM after a shutdown and not a restart, but I have a solution for all of you. Microsoft changed how the shutdown function worked, starting with the schizophrenic OS we call Windows 8 and affects Windows 10 as well. Option 1, use the command shutdown/p in CMD or run to do a real shutdown. Option 2, open power management and uncheck fast boot at the bottom under the section, change what the power button does. Click the top link that says change settings that are currently unavailable and has a UAC icon next to it. Option 3, change this reg key from 1 to 0 to remove the CPU uptime problem. Option 4, format your hard drive and install a real OS like Linux. I'd forgive you some if you go back to Windows 7. I totally understand. Here is more info and a breakdown of what's going on. This URL.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.